Hi guys, we're back. It's Just Farrell with Fawn and Amy. Today we are with Michelle Keller, and she owns a venue here in town, the Brick House. And then right now we're sitting in her hotel that she has.
It's gorgeous.
Which is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Everything Michelle does is like perfect. It always looks so nice. But so we're here just with Michelle discussing her businesses and how she got where she is today.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So obviously we're in your hotel, which is really very unique because we live in a small town. So like to have a really nice hotel, like dead center in town, is just amazing. I love it.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
All right. So before we get started and go into like your business ventures and all of that, tell us a little bit about like you, your family, and like kind of the background of Michelle.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'll start with just saying I'm married to Chip Keller.
Mm-hmm.
We've been married 28 years this past weekend.
Yes.
I saw that.
Yes.
Happy
we have-
anniversary.
Thank you.
Congratulations, 28 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yes.
That's what I told him the other day. We were saying, like, how do you,
How do you
like,
get
lots
there?
of hard work and
Commitment,
And then he
yeah.
posted, I think, on Facebook, 2 drinks from our dinner that night. He said, "This is how."
Yeah.
So yeah, we have 2 kids, Emma and Ben, and they're grown, 24 and 23. They still live at home, but Emma just got her PA
Good for her.
licensing,
Wow.
so she
Yeah.
passed the boards last week.
Good
Nice.
for her.
And, she's getting married and moving to Minnesota in
Oh,
September.
wow. I didn't know they were
She'll be-
moving.
They are, but they're only going to be gone a few years, and then they're going to come back to Morgan County. So,
Okay.
or at least that's the plan for now.
Yes.
And then Ben graduated from IU, and Ben kind of has a cool background. He has a private pilot's license and his instrument rating, and he'll eventually go back and get his commercial pilot's license. But right now he's working at the Lids headquarters, with the ball caps. In Indianapolis. He just started that last week, and so far he seems to like it.
Nice.
So I feel like they're both getting settled in their adult lives.
Yes.
And still living at home to save some money. And
Which is smart.
Which
It
is
is
very
so
smart.
smart.
I told my
I
kids,
should've done that.
don't rush
Yes.
out. You've
Right.
got plenty of time to be an adult.
Absolutely.
And
I
it's
feel
not
like
as
I
much
mean,
fun as it looks.
Right. It's, bills are not fun.
No.
So hopefully Ben will stay with us for maybe a few years to save some
Yeah.
money,
Mhm.
and then I could see him moving into his own place. I don't know whether that would be an apartment or a house.
Right.
But, so yeah, they're both doing great, and we have a dog, Marty. We've had him for about 1.5 years, and he's wild. But I grew up in Martinsville, graduated from Martinsville, love Martinsville.
Yeah.
Had a hair salon in Bloomington. I did hair in Bloomington for 28 years, but actually owner of a salon for over 20 years. And had a great friend and I that opened it together. And I decided I wanted to come back to Martinsville because a couple of reasons. Even we were living here, but I had always worked in Bloomington, and my shoulders were kind of getting bad from doing hair. I saw what Craig Finneman and Artesian Group were doing with the downtown, and with Chip having his store downtown Martinsville, I got really excited about what was happening. So I kept thinking, what can I do to
Right.
Yeah.
So had talked with Doug Mullen, and he kind of shared with me what they were doing, and next thing you know, I was opening an event venue, and a year later, and really during the process of opening the event venue, we were planning the hotel. I found out quickly that we needed a bridal suite, so Craig Finneman, who has just been wonderful with helping me through the different stages. He's like, how do you feel about opening a hotel? And I was like, I'm not sure. And so anyway, he gave me a book that was Hotels for Dummies.
Yeah.
And I read it from front to back, and it all of a sudden sparked all these memories from high school when I was in DECA. And I went to nationals for hotels and hospitality. And I thought, how full circle that was to come back from doing, I left hair because of my shoulder mostly, and just the excitement that was going on with our city. And so all of a sudden I'm like, wait, this maybe was in my blood to begin with. It just was not the right season until now. So now we've been in business for 7 years.
Wow, has it been that
It's been
long?
It doesn't seem that.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem that long.
Yeah.
I mean,
2018.
Brick House is a staple, but it just doesn't seem
Right.
Right. And we opened, it was 2018 when we started the planning process. And with COVID, I feel like we all lost a few years. And so I think that's why people don't realize that it's been 7
because
years.
we were cooped up for a while.
No one could do anything.
Yes. So now I focus on events and booking the hotel, and recently I started working with the Community Foundation also.
Like you don't have
I love our community.
You're so busy.
Yeah.
So we're lucky to get her on
Yeah.
here. So yeah, we thank you.
Yes, for
thank
giving
you.
us some time.
I know I kind of told a little bit more than just
No, you're good. Nope.
No, because I mean, obviously it leads into our next question. Like you were a hairdresser, you had your own business there, and then really because the love of the community that you live in here in Martinsville, like you wanted to come back to it. So
Yes.
that why not open another business?
Right.
Yeah.
And I do think that I'm more of an entrepreneur than an employee, although I do enjoy being an employee right now.
Yeah.
Not having all the responsibilities
Right.
of like paying rent and you
Yeah.
know. So yes, I love our community, and it just seemed natural, and I love to host. And I don't have very many events at my house anymore because I'm always at brick house, but
Well, if you have a space, then
Right.
you don't really have to dirty up your ass.
Exactly. So yes. And then the hotel kind of just fell naturally because we did need a bridal suite, and then it was perfect for wedding parties and then corporate. I mean, so lots of different. I mean, I just felt like we needed something like this,
Yes.
and Craig definitely felt like he wanted to see something like this hotel open in Martinsville, and so
There it
we jumped
went.
in together and decided to go for it.
Good. Yeah, I'm
it's
glad you did.
It's amazing, and I've been to several events at Brick House.
Yes, I have also.
I've been to a wedding at the Brick House. I've been here. You had obviously the wedding that you had at Brick House. The bridal suite the bride
Yes.
was here. So I mean, all in all, everything that I've been to has been beautiful. Your hotel is gorgeous and cute.
Thank you.
Which I can't stress enough, like how much it's needed in the town. But honestly, even though people live here and we're in the community, I don't think a lot of people realize that we do have a hotel
Right.
in the community, like
Yes.
in downtown.
Yes. So we have tried to spread the word, of course, through social media. I mean, that's, I think, the biggest audience right now. We advertise on Google. I would say 80% of our clients, even at both places, are out of town. People, and at first I was like, oh, that kind of hurts my feelings that people aren't using it in town. But to me, that's actually exciting,
Right.
because that's more people coming into
into
our city for
Martinsville.
restaurants, for the shopping.
Revenue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so to me, I love that our city is still small, but yet I hope that we do attract outsiders for just day trips.
Yes.
So I like to think of it as tourism.
Yes,
that we
it
would
is
like
in a
to.
small,
People don't want our town to grow to be like Indianapolis, but at the same time, I think growth doesn't always mean big.
Right.
And so I like the charm of our small town. But yeah, so I know Craig and I have talked about actually putting the words or lighting or signage or something on the side of the hotel so people realize this is a hotel. The biggest thing with that is we're a contactless property, and so we don't have someone sitting here at a front desk.
Right,
so
right.
my fear is having the word hotel on the side, people are going to just stop
Stop
in
in.
I think
think they can come in. But just for the security of our guests, everybody gets their own separate code to
Right.
come into the hotel. And we started that because of COVID, where people could still travel and feel safe. And it's worked so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
People love Airbnbs. And
Yes.
so it's just something that we've decided to stick with. But I do think we'll have more visibility if we put signage on the side of the hotel, and then maybe local people will start having their families come here. But I would say the majority of our guests are repeat guests, because once they've been here, they want to check out a different room since they're all different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had my cousins a couple years ago celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, and they lived in Shelbyville. And my cousin, I was going to suggest that he come here to stay overnight, And he had already got online and booked it, and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna love it."
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
good.
they did. They really liked it.
Oh, great.
Yeah. They thought it was
And I
really
always
nice.
tell people too, they can reach out. I mean, my phone number is on Facebook. They can text me. They can message me on Messenger. We do have discount codes. So especially if someone is referring their family or friends to come stay with us, I would be happy to give a discount code to anyone.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Be
Just
great.
to spread the word.
Yeah.
And it's cute and quaint, and I think it's like, I think for me it has more charm than going to like a chain, like a chain hotel. And we're big Airbnbers, so when we travel, we like to stay in like small little unique bed and breakfasts, Airbnbs. Like we don't do big hotels anymore.
Right.
We like stopped doing that a long time ago. So.
Yeah. I like to think of it too, like more of an experience, because like I said, each room is different. I mean, they range from 1,000 to 1,300 square feet. They do not have like kitchenettes. That's about the only thing they're missing. But I do think it's more of an experience because then it includes the downtown, you know. So that's why I feel like we're maybe a little more. It's just a charming, you know, location.
It's a little more personal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So what along the way in your business, like obviously being a cosmetologist and then moving into the venue, what are some of the lessons that you have learned? What are some of the hard lessons that you've learned? Or is there anything?
Yeah, I think probably throughout all of the businesses, to me, relationships are probably the most important. It's not just doing hair. It's not just booking a room. It's not just planning an event.
Right.
I think the relationships that you develop with these people, that is what, or at least that's what matters to me.
Right.
Because I never thought of my clients just as clients. It was like I got to do their hair just as the perk. But I do. I think that's just part of what I would consider how I've been successful. And to me, success doesn't always equal money, because I'd love to say that I've made lots of money with these two new businesses. But again, starting in COVID and just being in a small town, I haven't reached that yet. But at the same time, I've developed tons of friendships and relationships through it. And met great people like you guys, just from, you know, I mean, really, just from being business owners downtown together, hairdressers. And so, to me, I think there's a lot more to life and success besides money. And when I was a hairdresser, I mean, I felt like I was making it big, you know, and always had money. And then all of a sudden, like, I think God is humbling me to, you know, to...
Yeah, he did that to me too.
Yeah, I mean, you do. When you take a leap of faith to open a business that is not your main focus in life, all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, he's showing me something. And so even though I knew relationships were important in the hair salon, and I always felt that way, I appreciate it even more now, because I'm like, oh, that's what he was showing me.
Right.
So
how to relate to people and get along. And,
yes.
And how to get.
So
Well, and being in a small community, I think you appreciate it more, and I think the people in the community appreciate you more.
You're right.
You know, and I'm not, like, I didn't grow up in Martinsville, so I married into I always say I married into Martinsville. But I appreciate, you know, when I first got married, I was like Nick's wife.
Oh, right.
You know, because Nick came from this. I mean, he was born and raised here, so I was Nick's wife.
You didn't have a name.
No, I didn't have a name. He just told me the other day, he was like, I was literally in Kroger, and someone said, "You're Fawn's husband." And he goes, "I don't know when that changed."
But it did.
But he's like, but it did. And he goes, and I was like, it kind of set me back, but he was like, "No, I am." And he goes, "Yeah, she owns," you know, he was plugged the boutique and that, and he came home and he was like, "I think I was humbled a little bit."
It does. It really does.
Like, oh. He was like, I appreciated that they know who you are and like your business. So I feel like, you know, when I first came into this town, like I knew your name, but I didn't know you personally.
That's the way I was.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So,
and I felt the same about it. Yeah.
So
for
it was
sure.
like, it was good to know, like, and somebody else had, taken a leap of faith and like
Right.
And was successful
about it, and especially in a small community, because you always, like, we need the community to support us.
Absolutely.
And that's a big, that's how we're all successful, especially as business owners.
Right.
And I think, and even as women business owners, it's a little harder.
Right. I do agree with that for sure.
And especially in a small town like this, because Martinsville's has come a long way, but if we're going to be honest, women were kind of to be seen and not heard.
Right. But we're all changing that.
We're changing it. We are changing it up.
That's outspoken.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, that's why we're just feral.
That's right.
Yes.
We're a little outspoken.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Right.
Like, I always, like, find that I feel like I can, like, have a voice, and, like, be positive and be a positive, like, role model and leader. And, like, even when I worked for a chain company, like, even though we were still in Martinsville, I always felt like I could make a difference somewhere in someone's life. When I walked into the store, and like, just having those personal conversations, or just like making somebody smile before they like leave you. So now that when I have my own business now, and it's my own clothing store, like, that's what I want to do. Like, I don't want people to leave unhappy, whether you buy anything or not.
Just the experience.
Just the experience of it.
And knowing that I can, like, promote other people. Like, have you checked out this place or this place?
Right.
Like, you need, and just, like, making people uplift them in terms of, like, stay in our community.
Right.
And, like, build the community up.
Yes. I love Martinsville. I mean,
Yes.
true, and I love Morgan County. And when I worked in Bloomington, I was always defending Martinsville. And then I'd see something on the news, and I'd be like, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
Like, I just defended us, and
And then you made me look stupid.
But
We have made the news a lot lately,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
But there are so many great people
Yes,
here.
there are.
And there are people trying to make a difference, trying to change the reputation. And those are the people I choose to hang with.
associate with.
Yes.
And so I do think there's a change, a movement per se, and a lot of women,
Yes.
a lot of women trying to make a difference, and so I think it's exciting.
And honestly, probably I would say over 50% of the businesses downtown are women owned.
Yes.
And that's
Oh, I
Women
think so.
owned,
Sure.
women ran.
Yeah.
Like,
That's,
yes.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we have a movement going
Yeah,
on
we
here.
do.
That's right. That's
We
right.
do. We're taking over. The good old boy system is gone.
Taking over. Taking over. So you've kind of told us, like, all the stuff that you have going on, Michelle, which is
A lot.
a lot. So you're running the venue center, you're running the hotel, you're now over at the Community Foundation. How do you, one, stay grounded, and two, how do you take care of, like, your mental health? Because as women, we do struggle in those areas of, like, staying grounded and, controlling, kind of, like,
And
making our mental health a
Where
priority.
she's going is we're all in the throes of menopause.
Oh, right.
Full-fledged. So
And
how do
it's-
you,
yeah,
how are you
it-
handling
Well, I'm
that?
past that.
Oh,
So
that's good.
Well,
We need
I'm
tips.
closer. I'm closer to
Yeah.
you.
I'm full-fledged in the
she's-
middle.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And see,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she talks about it all the time because she's right in the throes
Right.
of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And hers started about 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah.
I know it's
Mine
coming.
lasted like 14 years, and I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, mine has too.
Yeah, and I was young when it
Yeah.
started.
Mine
and
was,
so
yes.
like that was.
Well, I'm
was
49,
tough.
so I'll be 50 next year. But it just hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
And see,
just
I'm
call
your
it
age
time.
because you graduated in 91 also,
Right,
correct?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not from Martinsville, but I knew that so I'm your age. So I'm mine's been going on since my middle 30s, and
Yeah,
I'm
that was
still,
me.
yeah, I mean, I'm still on the end of it, but it's
Oh,
still,
Well, luckily, I'm 7 years past, but that's.
well, good for you.
I know. So,
I mean,
but it
I
was
had
tough. It was
signs
so-
of it, like,
Right.
previous. But, like, probably 6 months ago, like, it just, like, it was like a full
Yeah.
circle of, like,
We need to have a big seminar for women
Crazy.
on, or I'll go see the play Menopause.
You know what? I
Something.
wanted to see
I
that.
wanted to see that
I
too.
know. I've heard it's hilarious.
Yeah.
we just talked about having, like, what are those dresses called muumuus.
A moo
moo-moo.
party.
Muumuu and margarita party.
Oh, that would be so fun.
It would
Like
be.
Yeah.
we have to like maybe
Yeah.
do like
You could have the moo-moos for people to come in and buy, so
Yeah.
that they're coming into your
Yeah.
store, and I could host the
The
margaritas.
margaritas. There you
That
go.
would be
do
so
it.
fun.
We can do it.
And I'll just stand and point people in the right direction.
Yes, that's right.
I'll drink margaritas.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
definitely will.
So,
I would definitely.
so I don't know if I've taken care of my mental health like I should,
Right.
but I always say I require a lot of sleep, but I don't require a lot of sleep. Like if I try to go to bed early, it doesn't work out, and I'm up all night, and it's horrible. So I just wait until I stay busy until I go to bed, and then I pass out because of exhaustion, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I sleep, I get really great sleep.
Yeah.
So and then I always just think that when you're doing things that you love, you find time to do it. And
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like there are different like areas of my life that it's fun to have lots of things going on, and I'm probably a little bit of ADHD. You know, I've got that going
That's
on,
true.
and so I think that's the only way I handle it is that
Staying busy.
yeah, staying busy. I pray a lot. You know, I mean, I definitely am somebody. I don't hide my faith at
Right.
all, and I feel like there are many days that I'm like, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, because that is the only way I get through the
This
day.
is the other way I'm getting through. Yes.
Yes, and so I think that's a lot of it. But in my early years, my family might tell you I didn't take care of my mental health as much because I was constantly like just blah. But
Yeah.
it was also in the middle of menopause.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yes.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to deal with it, but I'm not a medicine taker.
right.
So I don't want to be like medicated.
I will be. I don't
Yeah.
There's no shame in my game.
Right. Exactly.
If it makes me feel better,
Yeah.
then not.
I just
by
had like
God.
really bad experiences. So when like I was first like going through it, I did get on medication, and I just don't do well on it.
Oh, right.
It causes other issues.
Right.
So now that I'm like full fledged in the middle of it, like I'm trying to like juggle it. So I do find like staying busy, and
Right.
she's always like, "What are you doing next?" I'm like, "I'm gonna do travel, and I'm
Right.
gonna we're gonna start a podcast." She's like,
Yeah.
"We're gonna start a podcast." I'm like, "Yep,
Yeah.
we're starting a podcast."
Yes.
She's like, yeah, let's start this podcast. I'm like, okay. And she's like, I really think we need to start this. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
she's always doing something. I'm like, I feel like I don't hump you that much, but she
Oh,
doesn't
but you
sit. She doesn't sit
I
still.
can't sit still.
Yeah.
I'm not a
And you got to have your bestie with you.
Yeah.
So you might as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we were just saying, like, we literally wore the same outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same colors.
Same colors, and I was like, no one planned
I
this.
know.
Like,
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
sorry,
see?
'cause we didn't either.
We didn't either. We just showed up, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great minds think alike.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We just tend to do that. Say the same things.
I do.
So for the next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
do you plan to stay stable with what you're doing now, or do you think that you're going to add something else? Put your finger in another pie.
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't see a lot of things. I mean, hopefully there's growth. I mean, you
Right.
know, but I don't know what that looks like at the moment. Whether it's, I mean, with both of our kids being at the ages they are, you know, I kind of have to take that into consideration of what's it look like towards retirement. You know, how many more years do I want to work? We love to travel. You know, if Emma's gone for a few years, we're going to want to spend some time traveling.
And what when you get grandbabies?
So exactly.
That would change things also.
It will. And so I feel like I'm still too young to retire, but at the same time, maybe slow down a little bit. I have a great staff at Brookhouse, and we also have interns through the high school, and every year we get new interns. So between Sherilyn being at the venue, I have great housekeeping staff here, plus my interns. I feel like I could still keep things running.
And not necessarily have to be in-house to do it. Yeah.
Right. I like being at all of the events, but if we could figure out a way that like we all took turns, you know, so that people still know they're taken care of,
Yeah.
but at the same time that I don't have to be present for every single event. But yeah, I'm not sure. I know there will be growth, but I don't know if it will
Which
be
direction?
like personal growth, if it'll be some kind of appendage off of one of these
Right.
businesses,
Which is very possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I know my long-term plan, when I am ready to retire, I don't want bricks to, I call them bricks because we have two. I don't want Brick House to go away.
Yeah.
And so, I have a couple people in mind that I would love for them to continue Brick House so that it does stay a staple. But we're talking down the road, like way down the road.
Can't go anywhere yet.
Yeah, no, not at all. But I always like to tell people, I mean, you also, I do lease both of my buildings, even though I own the businesses, own everything in them. You never know what that's going to look like also. Yeah. And I am very grateful to Craig Finneman. He has been probably one of the biggest mentors in my Martinsville business life. He and his wife, Connie, have offered all kinds of support. So I'm always bouncing ideas off of them. And they're just great human beings, and they want Martinsville and business owners to succeed. So I'm sure anything that I decide to do, I will run it past them first, and they'll tell me if I'm crazy or not. But
we're all crazy.
Yeah,
we're all a little crazy. If you own your own
crazy.
business, I think you have to be slightly
demented.
You do.
Slightly, because it's not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It looks great on paper.
Right.
It looks good conceptually in your mind, and then when you go to put it, in place, you're like, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect that.
Right.
Didn't see that one coming.
Right. And I think a lot of times too, people think that because you own a small business, like you're raking in the dough. I literally had somebody say that to me the other day. Oh, I assumed you were raking in the dough. And I don't think they see, by the time you pay out your employees, the rent, any kind of overhead, you're the last person to take anything. And then,
if you do.
Right. And if most of the time you're just reinvesting that back into the business. And so that's something too that you really have to take all those factors into consideration of like what's next. Because again, I mean, I know success is not always money, but at the same time, you want
to be comfortable.
You gotta have balance.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's where I went from making quite a bit and living very comfortably.
Yeah.
And then when you open your own business, like you said, you're the last person to get paid if you get paid. And people are like, oh, well, you have your own business, so you must be like. Right. It was for me, it was a family member. Well, you can afford it. You have your own business. And I'm like, I can't.
That's why I can't afford it.
I can't afford to pay attention right now.
I'm like, I can eat ramen noodles.
Right.
But it's not like I can afford to go on a steak every night. Steak and
hopping on a plane going places.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's very conceptual. People think like, oh, well, you own your own business or you work for yourself, so therefore you might.
Right.
You've got it made.
Exactly.
And I'm like, look.
Yeah, polish ain't cheap, people.
Right.
That's true. And for me, I'm like, I don't know. I really liked, there are days I miss the steady paycheck coming in, Like, I could always count on that.
Absolutely.
If I put my work in, I was going to get paid.
I don't think I could ever go back to it because I am not a 9 to 5. I can't clock in.
Right.
I'm not a good employee.
Right. I like being my own boss.
Yeah, I don't think I would be a good employee either.
Yeah. And
I know I'm not. I know, I never was.
That stems from I think I was just a defiant child, but I don't like people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
or somebody breathing over your shoulder.
I did it, and I worked for corporate America, and I ran doctor's offices, and I did that stuff, but it was just I'm like, you're doing it wrong. You should do it this way or this way. And they're like, no, corporate wants us to do it this way. So now owning my own business, now I feel like you probably have found that too, where you're like, now every decision I make is literally on me and it's a reflection of me, whether it's good or bad.
That's right.
You're like, oh. So sometimes you do question yourself and you're like, I don't know if that was a right decision, wrong decision, but we're going to go with it and see how we
see
where
this
lands.
That's right.
I know. She always teases me, especially in the summer. She's like, I'm going to need you to tell your boss that you need a vacation.
I know.
And I'm like,
I want to take a day off and to do something, but she's got set hours. And, being in the beauty industry, you could kind of move that around if you need to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you tell your boss that you need this afternoon off?
I wish.
I'm like, she's kind of a hard ass.
Yeah. She's not very friendly sometimes. So. I know.
You tell her. She's not going to listen to me.
I'd tell her, but she wouldn't listen to me either.
Yeah.
No. You've kind of talked about, like, you know, obviously success is not defined by, like, your paycheck or how much money you're making, but, like, when the outside world kind of looks at Michelle, like, we see, like, you are successful. You have businesses going. You ran a salon. Now you have the brick house. You have the hotel. So
And you're always put together.
always
Oh, I don't know about that.
outside maybe.
When
Yeah.
we see you,
It's a lot of mixed up like crazy.
when we see you, you're always put together.
Yeah.
And everything at Brick House has always been amazing.
Yes,
It's decorated.
it's always
It's
amazing.
everything has a special touch and it all looks perfect.
I know, because we've been there a couple times for the women's, 100 women's.
And then just for
And-
other things.
Yeah, it's always been
Well,
great.
I mean, I try to just treat each event or hotel stay or whatever it is that I'm doing like as that's the only thing that
Thing that's
matters. Right?
happening,
Yeah, and or to try to make everyone just a little bit different so that it's not like, oh, we're going back to Brick House again. It's going to be the same thing. I mean, there's some things that we do the same, but we try to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, most of the time I'm a hot mess and I'm faking it till I make it.
We all do.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
And
Yeah.
it really is. And I think if you stay positive about it, I mean, my chaos is, I mean, everybody has chaos.
Yeah.
And so I think it's how you handle it. And I mean, I could probably cry and sit in fetal position most of the
Right.
time, but I don't. And
Because that's not going to get you where you
it
need to go,
doesn't.
and you know that.
Right.
So it's okay to visit that. Feel
Just
sorry
can't
for
stay.
yourself. You just
can't
can't
stay
unpack and live
right.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I just try
Do
to
it.
keep going.
Just
Yep.
do it.
Just
do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. So give us something that people don't know. You think that it's something that they don't know about you that we would. Something Michelle, not Brick House,
Right,
not
right.
not stylish Michelle, just Michelle.
I would say I probably am the biggest risk taker out of any of my girlfriends. If somebody mentions that they're going to do it, like, I'm going to do it. Like, I don't know. I'm not afraid to try something. And I mean, I don't know if you guys knew I was on Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
So goofy. But
No, it's not.
it was
That is
one of those
great.
things that I just decided to do. And then I recently just interviewed
You
for
did another
Strata,
one.
and
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to hear back. Not sure that I'm going to do it. But, like, my thing is, like, you only live once.
Right.
I'm not going to do anything dangerous or,
Yeah.
like, illegal or
Right.
anything like that. But I just feel like too many people, like, take maybe either I don't want to say easy road, but, like, the safe road. And I really don't do that.
Yeah.
I just think that if I have a dream, I don't stop with that dream until I do it. And that's on lots of things, even at my house. I mean, it doesn't. So I think maybe if someone doesn't know me, they may not realize that, like, I'm just crazy enough to risk
Everything. Just to do it.
just to do it and to make a difference maybe in people's lives. Now the TV shows, that's not going to make a difference in anyone's life.
No, but that's fun.
But it's
No.
fun.
And that's something that, I mean, how many people do you know that you can go, well, yeah, I know somebody who's been on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
They met Pat Sajak.
And that was, I realized it was his last season, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I have said since I was in kindergarten I'm going to be on Wheel of Fortune, and I had to apply. Like,
Right,
it was,
yeah.
It was so goofy, but I was like, I've got to do this. And then when they called me, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yeah. So
That is exciting, though.
So yeah, so I would say that I'm a risk taker,
Uh-huh.
and I probably need to not be so much of a risk taker.
No.
No.
I think it's great.
I think it's
you should.
fabulous. I think life is too short.
Too many people take the road most traveled instead of the road less traveled.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
where all the fun's at.
Yeah.
Well, and I think if you want to do it, do it. Like,
Right.
Right.
Like, why not?
Right.
Like you're not going to look back at your life and, like, regret the chances you took or, like, the experiences you had.
Right.
You're going to look back in your life and be like, you don't want to look back and say, I should have done it. Or,
Right.
Right. You may
And
say,
hopefully
oh,
my kids will take that,
Yeah.
to where they know, like, hey, mom worked really hard, but she played really hard
Right.
too.
Yeah.
And
You
I
work
hope
hard,
they
play
do-
harder.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope that they take that and run and do something even bigger and better than what I
I'm
think,
sure they
you
will.
know,
I'm
so.
sure they will. You have great kids.
Yes.
They're sweet.
And
Really.
sounds like they're very successful.
Yeah.
I mean,
But we're definitely not a perfect family because
No.
we all have, I always worry too that people are like, oh, they have it all put together. We don't.
No.
Yeah.
We're like every other family
You have, yeah.
in America.
Right.
I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
you have your normal stuff, but we try to encourage them. They encourage us every single day, and so we just have to day by day.
Day by day.
Isn't it funny how they get older and then they become your friends and then they're like, you used to cheer them on and then now they kind of cheer for
Right,
you.
right.
And it's a different feeling.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are days they're ready to kill me. And
Oh, that's what
vice versa.
I've told Ethan that before. I'm like, I know there's days where I drain your soul,
Right.
with what I need from
Right.
you, but,
Right.
come on, I'm not that bad, right?
Right, exactly. I mean, we love them.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing is like, I know that they know they've been loved, and I may be a little crazy sometimes, but yeah.
But I think, like, they can probably, and they will look back and be like, one, my mom was a risk taker. Two, she didn't hold back.
Yeah.
And she loved life. And I feel like that's what we have to do for our kids. And that's like, I always say to my kids, I'm like, I can't believe I made you so independent.
Right.
That, like, you just decided that you were going to just, like, up and leave. Like,
Yes.
and my son, he's in, our youngest, he's in the Air Force, and he was like, it's your fault that I'm this way. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why I did that.
I know.
Like,
Come home.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, Mom, you told us to do whatever we, do what we wanted. And there was no limit for us to do it.
Right.
And you taught us to go and get it and do it. And now I've done
they're
it.
doing it.
And I'm like, I know, but you're just so far away. But he's like, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Like, it's your fault
Yeah.
that we are very
I have one
independent.
on both sides. I have one.
Yeah.
Aaron has always done his own thing, but I have Ethan, who is very independent, and Lane's a mama's boy. He's getting more independent after a year of marriage and being out of the house, so I guess, it's time.
Right.
But, so I'm not sure which can be worse because
I know.
it is. It's
But
hard.
all three of mine are very, all three of mine
Well,
are
mine,
very,
all 3 of yours are, they're definitely their mother's children. That's for sure.
they just went, phew. Like, my daughter is, like, close, and we have grandkids, but, like, she runs in, like, she's a director of a nursing facility.
Oh, Mom.
And then she owns Wine and Wagyu, so she has her own. They have their
Food
own
truck.
food truck
Oh,
that they do all over.
They raise cattle, wagyu,
wow.
Yeah. And then
among other animals.
they have she always wanted a plethora of animals, and she has a farm, that's basically their life. And then our middle is, like, he's out in Arizona. He was in the Army, so then he is in Arizona. He's a police officer. And then we have our youngest, who's, like, in Wyoming, and he's in the Air Force. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I did this way too. Like, I always tell my people, like, you don't know how, like, in the middle of raising your kids, you don't know if you've done a good job or not until they become adults.
Right.
And then you're like, okay,
Maybe I wasn't that bad.
Right.
I did it.
Right. It's hard when you're in the middle
In
of
the
it.
thick of it.
Yeah.
When you are in the thick of it.
Disciplining and
Yes.
doing all
And it's
of
like,
that.
and then they do something that they get in trouble for, and you're like, what did I do?
I know.
What did I do to make them act this way? And, you take it on personally because they're like they're your little art project.
Right.
They are.
That
But,
But they have to learn on their own.
Right.
Learn life lessons.
it's not
and-
that my kids were no means, none of them were perfect, and they all made their own mistakes.
Right.
But I think when they become adults, and, like, especially with Lane, he's married, and you know,
He's becoming more independent. I don't hear from him. Like the other day, I had to call him. I texted him. I'm like, I haven't talked to you in a couple days. Are you okay? And then he was like, it's like, yeah. And then he called. I know. And he called me. He's like, yeah, I've just been working. And I'm like, okay.
Adulting.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of different. And I'm like, I haven't heard from him. And then I was, then I was upset. The whole thing I've been. Well,
Right.
I know I was. Well, because I want, like, he calls all the time.
Right.
And then when he doesn't, I'm like,
What's wrong?
okay, what
what
did
did I do?
I know. He didn't call me.
Yeah.
So Lane, call your mom.
That's right.
Austin Collier's.
And Ben Colliers.
Yeah.
I know Ben definitely is. He'd rather talk in person, but like sometimes I'm like, wait, but you called Chip, you didn't call me.
I know.
But Emma, I mean, I at least have one of each to where Emma will call me.
I have 2 out of 3. Austin's very much a loner.
Yeah.
Ashley calls me. We usually FaceTime at least once or twice a week.
Yeah.
TJ, he's definitely a mama's boy, so he definitely calls and talks, and he's the one that like makes an effort. But he was the last one, so I don't know. I feel
Right,
like
maybe.
I don't know. And I was stricter on him because I was like, the other 2 got away with way too much. So like,
now
this
it's time
was
to-
like,
See,
Yeah.
I wasn't. Ethan, I think I let him just be feral because I was tired.
Oh,
But Ethan
right.
has such a great balance, I feel like, with Ethan. He's level-headed.
He is level-headed. Yes, he's very level-headed.
He has a plan in his head,
Yeah.
and he has to go, and he has to do like
Right.
this, and this before that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
You just have to
probably-
go based on each kid. I mean, they're all
Right.
so different.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
They are completely.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. I mean, we have 3 kids, and
All raised in the same house.
they are completely
So
the
different.
opposite of
Yeah.
each other. I mean,
Yeah.
like so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, you've got so much going on, and we hit a little bit about the community foundation. So, what are you now doing there
So
on top of every other job that you have?
But I love it because I do feel, again, it's about relationships.
Yes.
And so my job, my title is Director of Programs and Community Relations.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be helping with scholarships and grants, but then also just working on relationship building within the community, just so people know what we're about and how we help the community. There's so much more involvement than I even realized to help with all the nonprofits in town. And so I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
So it's 35 hours a week, and it works. It almost makes me more organized with the venue and the hotel.
Yeah.
Because I know when I
you
can
have
go.
to have certain times that you
Yes,
have to.
and so we're more efficient at the venue. I think a few people were worried that we were like going to be slacking at but I'm fresh when I go into the venue because I've not been there,
Right.
like for all of that. So I'm ready
Yeah.
to go for the event and setting up and all that. So yeah, so the Community Foundation, I'm in my 9th week of working, and I still have a lot to learn. They told me to give myself grace for 1 year before I really understand the whole scope of the job. But so far, I mean, a lot of the people that we work with, I already knew them from, like, if their nonprofit had an
Right,
event at
yeah.
the venue. But now I'm really learning about it. So, I love it. And I had thought about volunteering or doing something at some point, and then that's when Kim contacted me, and she's like, okay, we've got something for you. So
And she's great too.
So it worked out great, and so as long as they keep showing me grace until I learn everything,
Right.
then we're in good shape.
I
So,
think you'll be fine.
I think you're going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I think everything
You'll
you
rock it.
touch has a little sparkle in
no,
it. So.
I try. Little glitter here.
Yeah, sprinkle a little here.
Sprinkle.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Well, that's amazing. So, any big events coming up at Brick House?
We have events every weekend,
Yeah.
but lots of class reunions this fall. I still haven't announced the dates for the Holly Jolly event.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out some logistics with that, but we've had it every year that we've been open, so hoping that we can still pull that off. So that would be a great kids event in December. But mostly class reunions, with lots of weddings this fall, and then the 100 Women Who Care event.
Okay, we have that one coming up in September.
Yes, September, and then we're going to have a financial women's event called Strong Her. And
Is that with Amy?
It's with Amy Bennett and Julie Fred.
Okay.
They're going to be there, and I'm trying to think who else. I think Mary Beth Polson and Nicole Dalton. I think they're maybe the keynote speakers. So I think it's going to be a very informational meeting for women, and so hopefully some of the small business owners downtown, plus just our friends, will come and take advantage of the
I'll be there.
event.
Just tell me when.
Yes, we'll be there.
I think it's November 5th. I'll have to
Okay.
look. But so mostly private events, but a couple of corporate events that are open to the, and Women Inspiring Women.
Yes.
Yeah, that is August 28th.
Yes.
So coming up.
Has it
Yes.
been sold out
Oh my
yet?
goodness. We are close to being sold out. I think we have,
Aren't you out of town?
The 28th.
it's a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
right
will,
before
but I won't be here.
Labor Day weekend.
I'm going to see the youngest.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that is coming up. I thought somebody said we had maybe 10 to 15 tickets left.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a great event. and
Yeah.
I'm super excited about the speaker this year. So yeah, we'll see.
Good.
Fun.
I
Yes.
know. I have to see if I can get somebody to go with
You
me.
don't have to go by yourself.
I'll give you a brick house apron and you can
I can just walk
work
around.
and then watch. You want to?
Yeah.
She's like, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I will definitely do it.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
It's-
Yes.
it's-
Well, we are always willing to do whatever
To
you
help.
know, to help with anything, especially
Thank
if you
you.
have events or anything like that and you need help. You just give us a call. We're together. We're usually a package deal.
I know you are. You are. That makes it more fun. Though. Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on.
Yes,
our
thank you for your time. You're
podcast.
so busy.
No, I'm not too busy for this. I mean, it just took a little while to organize.
That's
it.
okay. That's
But,
okay.
Yeah.
no, thank you for having me, and it's been fun.
And
So,
maybe again, we'll see where your adventures take you.
Yeah.
And maybe you can fill us in next time on
Yeah.
what new
I know.
stuff is happening.
I know.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have an event coming up that you need a venue, you have family coming in town who needs a place to stay, reach out to Brick House. We have it. She has it all covered. Michelle has it all covered
That's right.
here in our little town of Martinsville.
And you do as much or as little as they want when it
Absolutely.
comes to.
Yeah, we can
you have
do it.
different packages that you do.
We do. We can just do a straight flat rental. We can have decor packages. We have catering packages, bar packages. So yeah, as little
You
or as
can-
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect. So everyone reach out to Michelle or reach out to Brick House to book things. And even if you're out of town, come here and book something and have something here. Your family reunion.
Yeah.
even
have
if you're
it here.
local.
A girls'
Yeah.
weekend. at the
A
hotel.
girls'
Yeah.
weekend at the hotel, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And we're opening some different restaurants down here
Yes,
too.
I'm
We've got
super
another
excited.
one coming.
I'm super excited
Yeah.
about the steakhouse.
We have great restaurants. We
Yeah.
are so lucky.
Yeah.
We are, yeah, and it's gotten bigger, and we're actually able to, now that downtown is growing, we're actually able to keep them here.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's the most important thing. So everybody come to Martinsville and spend the night at Michelle's, the Brick House Boutique, the Loft and Boutique. Come and spend the night here, hang out, see all of Martinsville, and say hi to Michelle when you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
All right.
much for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll see you
Thanks,
guys later.
guys.
Have a good